We'll turn this around. We'll turn this around.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tnaso's GR86 League, Season 8, Round 6, the penultimate round. Commentating tonight with myself, Mark Brown. I'll be your eyes and ears tonight, trying to best capture these racers and what they get up to. Join me in the live chat too, and cheer on your friends and family. Let me know what you think as it unfolds and how they're getting on. So tonight we're here at Summit Point Raceway, set in the lush countryside of West Virginia. It's a reasonably level track, just sort of 40 feet of elevation change all over, so pretty level one. Two high-speed straights with some tight and twisty corners. Real driver's track. We're just going to jump into these boys now in qualifying, so we'll see how they get on here. We're just starting the qualifying now. The boys doing their out laps, so we'll jump in here and see how they're getting on. Yeah, rewarding track when you nail the apexes and get the car to stick. It's one of my favourite tracks in GR86. I'm sure we're in for a real treat tonight. After last week's race in Barber Motorsport, we had some close racing and battles. Definitely the cleanest racing I've seen now for some time. And let's hope these boys can repeat that again tonight. GR setup tonight will be open. The little boys running low down force, I'm sure. So let's hope they can make these cars stick to the ground. I'll get a couple of these times up now and see how they're getting on. Yeah, I'm wondering, can Daniel Wareham take another dominating victory tonight after last week double win and the week before too? Is this man unstoppable? We'll have to find out this evening. I'm sure he'll be going for another podium, if not two. In it to win it, as he says. He didn't have it easy last week either. Daniel Martin and a couple of boys tighten his tail now. He had to sweat a lot for it now, so he had, but yeah, well, if the likes of Ryan Dudley as well, another man who started in the back of Heat 1 last week and fought his way through the pack. Definitely an insane drive by him. A bit unfortunate, I think, at the end of the heat, but he done an absolutely brilliant job last week, so I'm sure if he's on track, he'll be up there this evening. And tonight's format, we've just went through the 30 minutes of free practice there. We'll have 10 minutes qualifying now, 3 long laps. And then we'll have, I'm sure, an action-packed 20-minute first heat. See these times up now. We'll start to see a couple of them coming through. Josh Arnold still on with 1:19.5. Very fast lap indeed, and that's his first one, cold tyres, so yeah, this man could be one to look out for, I'm sure. After the first heat, we'll have a 5-minute break, give these boys a chance to cool down, have a drink, refocus, and back in then with a 25-minute feature race. Make sure and add a couple of litres of fuel, boys. Don't want you running out. And I think it's the top 10 reverse from round 1, if I'm not mistaken, or top 6 maybe. So there'll be a few boys trying to fight through the pack, I'm sure, make up some positions again, and I've no doubt that Daniel Wareham will be doing his best to get through that pack as quick as possible. I think it was last week Daniel Martin was out in front of him for a right bit of it and didn't make it easy for him, but yeah, I'm sure he's going to try his best. Eric Ronenberg in there in second position as it is. Another fast man on track. And Daniel Wareham there up in the times as well, so yeah, very little between these couple of boys at the top now, and they'll be just trying to find that sweet spot for these cars to stick. And Scott in on the chat there, good luck everyone. I'm sure they'll not need it, but yeah, let's wish these boys all the best luck tonight, and let's hope we have a clean one. Josh Arnold, another Simtech driver. These Simtech boys now are a force to be reckoned with. These boys run a lot of the PCC production KR championships, so they're well used to the GR86s. If you can stick with these boys, you're doing alright. Josh is giving up, must have had a bad last lap there, so. Stuart Court coming back now, fastest second sector, so can he do anything with it? No, I don't think Stuart can do any better. But still, that's a close time. Is that 31 thousandths of a second? Daniel Wareham just struggling a little bit here, just can't get them times up on the board. But no problem to this man. I'd say no matter where he starts in the grid, he'll be up there at the end, fighting through the pack. And Scott Mafall up there in second, very close to Jack Mulholland. Sure it'll be soon coming to the end of these laps for these boys now too, so that's definitely some quick times. Yeah, tonight is the penultimate round, so one more round of the GR86 next Sunday. Daniel Wareham is leading the championship comfortably at the moment, so one more round and that'll decide all. Tnaso then is taking a short week or two break, and their season 9 is already going up live, so registration is going on there at the moment for it. It'll be live streamed as well, commentary, and I think there's maybe a couple of wee prizes, isn't it too? A couple of gift vouchers. Callum, I think, is streaming it for Tnaso next season. So the entry fee is £5, I believe, so get your entries in there now, boys. It's a brilliant season, brilliant group of boys to race with. It's good banter with these boys, so there is. So yeah, have a look there, jump into Discord, and yeah, there's plenty of racing on. They're also starting a Formula Light league now very shortly. They had a practice session up there during the week and had a good crew of boys in it. And the GT3s is running too. They have a couple of different leagues there at the moment, so plenty of racing on at Tnaso. See what the grid order is now. A few more minutes left of qualifying and jumping into the first heat. Jack Mulholland there on pole position from my timing at the moment, so Scott McFall second, Josh Arnold third, Stuart Court fourth, Eric Ronenberg fifth, Christopher Smith in 6th, and Daniel Wareham in 7th. Daniel Martin in 8th by 3,000th of a second. How close? Very little between these boys. There's our official grid, yeah. Jack Mulholland first, Scott McFall second, Josh Arnold third, Stuart Court fourth, Eric Ronenberg fifth, Christopher Smith sixth, Daniel Wareham seventh, Daniel Martin eighth, Lee Ryan ninth, Rob Sutherland 10th, Dan Foster 11th, Peter Woodmore 12th. And just something wrong with my timing tower isn't coming on there, so waiting for these boys to start. All waiting for the go. Counting down. Here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Go, go, go. Making moves. Scott McFall hunting down Jack, cutting in behind him. Hoping not to give him any insight at all. Can we make it round? All clean so far, side by side. Incredible job after the first corner. Cold tyres with these cars now. They're not an easy handful, and we've a wee slider incident there. Maybe that was, we'll get back to it, but incredible first corner. Josh just still out in the lead. Get the tyres warmed up. Don't risk nothing at the start. Let's see how he's get on. Stuart Court with Eric Ronenberg behind him. That's not a good sight in the rearview mirror. Stuart, a very clean driver, indeed, very fast driver too. So Eric will have his work cut out to get past Stuart, I'm sure. And there we have a little incident in the background. Still tyres still a wee bit cold. See what happens. Oh, unfortunate bit of cold tyres. Not easy. Jump back up in front here with Josh, and he's got Jack Mulholland tight on him. He's a bit only 2 bits in the track. You have a good chance here with a slipstream, so I'm sure Jack will be hoping to get a nose in, if not this straight, then down the last straight, pit straight. Get hooked in behind, and only problem, he's got Scott McFall tight to him too, so not an easy task. I do believe he's just got the inside. Can he make it stick? We'll go too wide here. Jack's just went a wee bit too hard into that corner, but he's just still fit to hold the edge. Cuts back across. Scott McFall and Jack side by side again. Oh my goodness. Very clean and tight racing here. So little between them. Just trying to get that inch. Not an easy job. Stuart Court in with the fastest lap so far, so it's not over yet. Yeah, no grip out there in the sand. Yeah, very hard corner at the last turn just to get that right, get on the apex, and yeah, not easy. I think we have a bit of a spin here. Yeah, oh, Jack just was fit to get the lead, and unfortunate lost the tail. Scott McFall just got caught up on it a wee bit too. Very unfortunate. Josh will be happy out in front now. Gifted Stewart, second place. With them sort of time, Stewart, I'm sure he'd not be long till you hunt Josh down. Eric Ronenberg tight behind too, so 3 very fast men up in front, and Daniel very close up behind again, so Daniel will be hoping for that win again this evening, I'm sure. In it to win it, Daniel. Number 1 is Rob Spice, Peter Skinner, a very fast man too. Very clean racing so far, anyway. Really enjoyable track this. Bit bouncy in these cars. I know it was the last time I was on this track. GR's doing a lot of bouncing across it. But yeah, you seem to be running a lot of the curbs in this track too, just to try and get that extra wee bit out. JT Johnson under a bit of pressure, but I'm sure he'll not give in too easy. Poor John's getting surrounded like a swarm of flies there. Back up front, still Josh Arnold in front, Stuart Court in second, Eric Ronenberg now into the 118s. Very little between these boys up in front already. Hard to beat the all white livery. Sometimes white's always better. Who's in the barbecue? Jay Rooney, is it? Yeah, Jay, good man, rocking the pink. My daughter would be happy with that, I'm sure. See, Rob must have had a wee bit of an incident, unfortunately. Oh, just on the curb a wee bit. Oh, just on the bank too. Not the best of place to land, but Rob knows how to enter back on, I'm sure, so there should be no problems there. Yeah, nice and safe. Stuart Court trying to make a move on Josh Arnold. This is going to be interesting. Eric Ronenberg tight in behind. Stuart has the inside now, so I think Josh might have to side by side. You have to give it to these two boys. Some good racing. Unfortunately, he's just left Stuart a bit open to Eric now, but he's still back on the inside for the next corner, so I'm sure he's not going to make it easy for Eric. Just can't get enough to close the door on Eric, and Eric's come back again on the inside. Side by side, these boys. Incredible racing. Oh, unfortunate. Just on the curb, and yes. Get another wee look back at that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Nothing intentional, I'm sure, but he's back on track anyway. Pushing for the lead, unfortunately, but yeah, he'll. I'm sure Scott will try and work his way through the pack again. Just 5 seconds back. Daniel Wareham up into second now too, so Let's give Daniel a position on Eric. I'm sure Eric isn't going to make it easy for Daniel Worm. When you see the pink car coming behind you, you start to worry. Eric is definitely a master of these cars. Oh no, the Barbie car's gone. That's unfortunate for Jay. Good thing these cars have no damage on, so they fast repair themselves, which is good. Gives you a chance to get back up and into the race again. Doesn't leave you sitting around for another 10 minutes. We've over just halfway into the first race, and we still have Josh Arnold out in front. Daniel Wareham in second, and Eric close behind third. Can Daniel Wareham hunt down Josh? I'm sure he is going to try his best anyway. See some of these other boys down the back and see how they're getting on. Nice wee bunch of cars here, bit of clean racing hopefully. Dan Foster there trying to make moves on Craig Corish. Bit of side-by-side action. Martin and Rob just in front. These cars are brilliant for a bit of side-by-side racing, so they are. But just so hard to get that little bit extra out of them. Dan doing a great job of holding Craig back. Nice clean lines and just on the curbs enough. I think we have a incident with Lee too, unfortunately. Oh, just a wee bit of nose to tail, unfortunately. I think that was with Stuart. I'm sure there was nothing meant there, just unfortunate. Stuart's now hunting down Scott McFall, very close behind, so he's looking to get back up them positions after that first corner incident. Scott isn't going to make it easy for him. We have Peter Titan. Stuart's tail too, so. Another nice wee group here now too, with JT just in front, Terry Atkinson, and just behind with the Pepsi car. JT just doing enough to keep ahead of him. And Scott back rocking the GR colours. That is. Stuart's had another wee incident, unfortunate. Oh, just couldn't get the car turned in enough to side by side into that corner, that sort of speed. Very hard to get the car to turn in. It was unfortunate for Stuart. Don't know why he went back to the pits now, but I think he might be a little bit annoyed with himself and annoyed with that. So unfortunate. But Stuart doing a great job the first couple of laps there, humping down for the lead as well. Hopefully we see him back on for the feature race and see him up them standings. Josh Arnold is just maintaining Daniel Worm's gap, just over 2 seconds between the two. Daniel just can't seem to do enough to hunt him down. But a fellow Simtech driver, I don't really think Daniel will mind too much there. I think Daniel has basically the championship wrapped up, but Eric giving Daniel a wee bit of a flash, telling him, come on, get your foot down, you're leaving me vulnerable from behind. Daniel Martin, I'm sure, will be hoping to close that gap to Eric. Daniel, you're going to have to get your foot down per Eric now. You don't want to leave him vulnerable. Peter Woodmore, great driver too. Me and him run one or two of the GT3 Endurances there. Way back, a while ago. Don't really get much time myself now to race, unfortunately, but I'd love to have more time, but yeah, it is what it is. If you can't race, commentate, they say. Another 4 minutes left of the first heat. Josh still out in the front. Another new racer to me. I wouldn't know much about Jason, but yeah, he's sitting in there, 22nd. Doing his best, learning the track. And Jay in the barbecue, doing a great job at the start, but unfortunate, the wee off. I'm sure he'll be hoping for more in the feature race. 24th, Jay, so plenty of positions you can move up. And you've Eric still in the 3rd position now with the fastest lap so far. Rob in a wee group, a pack of his own here. I'm sure Rob will be sweating a bit under pressure, a lot of cars sitting behind him. But a man that can definitely handle the pressure. Mr. Cool Calm Collective, that's for sure. This is one of them straights you start to sweat when you go down it, where you have a couple of cars close behind. You start to know that the slipstream just is enough to get you that wee bit extra down the straight. Just not enough that time. Josh still comfortably out in the lead, 2.5 seconds, and Daniel Worm, another couple of minutes left of this first race. And yeah, they're all doing a tremendous job. Very hard to close that gap now when you get outside the slipstream. Peter, I'm sure, will be hoping to try and close that gap, just less than a second now. So there is the final lap. Barney's waving his little white flag flat out. Daniel just doing enough to hold Eric, and Daniel Martin tight on Eric's tail. And, one more lap to go, and see if Eric can do enough to hold him back. All these boys so close coming to the last lap. Craig, I'm sure, will be hoping for something between these boys out in front. with is it Rob Sutherland and Martin Shirley. There's Lee Ryland making a move, trying his best, just can't make it stick. And Josh is just coming around the last corner now with an impressive win. No one just seemed to be fit to do enough to catch this man. He's definitely out on his own, and that's Barney. Daniel in second, and Eric in third. Oh, they're all going for the jump. Oh, Peter and who was that? That was so close to the end, that one, now, in fairness. That was some very close racing at the end. Oh, a little bit of an off. Was that Neil Kennedy? Oh, yeah, that'll do that now, unfortunate. Oh, and that there will be straight to pits. No coming back from that, unfortunately. And just the last couple, I think, coming round now, is it? I think that's them now, finished across the line. And we'll look for these results after the first race. You have Josh Arnold in first, taking a dominant win, 2.9 seconds. Daniel Wareham in behind with Eric Ronenberg, very close to that in third. Daniel Martin just couldn't get enough on Eric. In fourth, Christopher Smith in fifth, Scott McFall in sixth, Peter Skater sixth, seventh, Peter Whitmore eighth, Rob Sutherland ninth, Martin Shirley 10th, Lee Reynolds in 11th, Craig Corish in 12th, Dan Foster 13th, Adrian Hadfield in 14th, Sean Atkinson 15th, Neil Jackson 16th, Jack Mahan 17th, and Terry Atkinson in 18th. Then we have Rob Jackson 19th, John Johnson in 20th, Jason Brooks 21st, Scott Brown in 22nd, Neil Kennedy 23rd, Jeremy 24th, and Stuart Court, who didn't finish the race at the end, 25th. So let's hope we see him back on track. Yeah, really good first race. These boys are just going to take a wee break here. We'll jump back into the second feature race and just take a wee break here. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have just finishing up our 5-minute little break there. Still at Summer Point Raceway. Just going into the feature race now. Scott McFall is in pole position. Christopher Smith in second. Daniel Martin in third. Eric Ronenberg in fourth. Daniel Wareham in fifth. And Josh Arnold in sixth. Peter Skinner seventh. And Peter Woodmore eighth. Rob Sunderland in ninth. And Martin Shirley round up your top 10. Lee Ryland in 11th. Craig Corish in 12th. And yeah, we're jumping with these boys here now and see how they get on in the feature race. 25 minutes this race. Hopefully this is action packed as the last one. Let's see how these boys go. So just wait for the last couple of people to grid up. Could be anyone's race, this race. An extra 5 minutes. With it fast boys out at the front here. We have a couple of lights there now. Good way to go. Oh, Scott's had a very slow start. Nick Ronenberg making moves already. Daniel Wareham third. Christopher Smith up into pole already, into first position. Cold tyres, so yeah, you just want to be very careful of these. But so far they all seem to have made it very cleanly through. Just watching them tyres and the curbs, just the first lap or two, get the tyres heated up, start pushing from there. Can't win it in the first corner, but yeah, pace yourself and see how you get on. Oh, unfortunate there, a bit of a slip. We had Jason Brooks there, just a wee bit of a slide. Just a wee bit late in the brakes. We got Terry just got squeezed there, a wee bit unfortunately on the curb. Christopher Smith just getting under big pressure by Eric Ronenberg, and Daniel Wareham just trying to get his nose in now. And Daniel Martin tight in behind. Bit of side by side coming in here. Yeah, that's how you do it. Just enough room and carry on. Sean doing his best there, side by side. Peter Woodmore. Oh no. Bit of tapping, the door banging, but they made it out unscathed. I think Martin had a wee bit of an off too. Unfortunately, he just got caught up in that there. There's Peter. That's a bit unfortunate, but Eric's still out in front with Daniel Wareham tight in his tail. Will Daniel return the favour with a flashy lights? Daniel will be hoping Eric's going to move on and drag him with him. Christopher Smith tight in behind. And Daniel Martin close in behind that again. Josh Arnold will be hoping to push up the standings. He had a very dominating lead first race. sure he's not far off these boys in front either, so I'm sure he'll be hoping to make some moves. Peter skated in tight behind him too, with the fastest lap so far, but I'm sure Eric's not going to let that stand for long. Mr. Freight Train coming down here now. Everyone getting a bit of slipstream from everyone in front. Who's going to make the move? Yeah, very hard to make that stick, unfortunate. Just a wee bit too much speed into the corner. Boy in front just has his every right to turn as anyone else. Unfortunate for Scott. Trying to make a move, but just couldn't get it done. Daniel under a bit of pressure from Christopher Smith. I'm sure he's not going to make it easy on Daniel. Get to see how good the slipstream is coming down the pit straight now. Sticking with Christopher, see can he get anything done with Daniel. Getting a good exit into the last corner. Just unfortunate, can't get enough of it. Just knows to hold back a wee bit, no point risking it. Tighten the tail of Daniel Wareham. Give him a wee flash, tell him to move on. Oh, just a wee lift. Very respectful racing him. He knows not to push too hard. Josh here trying to make moves in Rob. Quietly behind these two boys as well. Wee battle going on. Might just get enough of a run up here now. I'm sure he'll try his best. Just not good enough on it. It's a decent enough exit out of this corner now. He might have a bit of a run on Rob down the straight. I think he's close enough to do it. Rob's going to hold the inside, he knows better. Can the two of them go side by side? Do the cut back. Oh. Just a wee bit too much speed. He could have got that cut back on Rob. It'll be nicer done, but he's the inside now for this next corner, so can the two of them make it? Oh, it was unfortunate. Run, hold it, you can do it. Well, he's lost two positions in that. I'm sure he'll not be too happy with that now. Lee Ryan just nipping it in front. Eric's still out in front here now. Daniel close behind. Daniel getting a wee bit of a gap between him and Christopher Smith. I'm sure he'll be a bit happy with that, but maybe just not enough of a gap. And Daniel Martin close in behind Christopher Smith as well, so really is anybody's race here at the front. Not the fastest of cars these, so very hard to get that little bit extra than anyone else out of them. They do promote very good clean racing. And good Terry, unfortunate there Mr. Pepsi, just the curb there. Very unfortunate. So these boys, just a wee G86 train. Nothing between them, unfortunate. I'm sure they all would hope to have a little bit extra in the tank, but just not enough. Just hoping for a mistake from someone in front, or just to get that little bit extra of an exit. And these boys, another regroup. Peter hoping to put a bit of pressure on the boss man, Rob. Even all the way, unfortunate incident here, Scott. Yeah, just got a wee bit of a love tap there. On top of these cars, and there's no traction control. Very hard to hold them, so it is. We're having to look at the GT here, isn't it? Brilliant 13th position now at the moment. It's Craig Corish in front. And the boss man doing a hand from there. Bit of a gap between him and Scott Brown behind. Jason Brooks there, just having a clean race and trying his best. Here's Terry Atkinson in behind. Who I'm sure will be hoping to recuperate a few positions after the wee spin. Christopher Smith making a move on Eric there now, so he is bullying Eric out of the road. Let's just give I just lost in position there. Daniel Martin just slipped in front. Daniel Wareham will not like that now. It's left him vulnerable now. I'm sure Martin will be hunting Daniel Wareham down. It's still another 15 minutes or 14 minutes of the first race, so I'm sure Eric will be trying his best to get back up there in the mix of it. I think the boss man had a wee bit of an incident off the curb. Yeah, John, there's no grip on that grass. But he's waited his spot and try and get a safe entry back onto the track again. Good man, John, that's how you do it. Jump back up to the front here. Daniel Martin's only half a second behind Daniel Wareham and hunting him down this straight with a good bit of slipstream. Eric, he is not giving up yet. Neil Kennedy, who's tight, close here to the boys. A bit of a gaggle of cars here now. Rob Jackson try and make a few moves himself. Not the easiest job with some of the Simtech boys, but he's fighting away through the S's with a side by side. Can they make it stick? Yeah. Gives Dan Foster maybe a bit of a better line out of the corner, maybe not. But he'll be hunting Rob down now on these bits of straights. Just a wee bit too far behind now to make a move on Rob, I'm sure. Just a bit too much of a gap, but yeah. Going for the cutback now. No, Rob has the door closed. Oh, fortunate Rob got on the curb a wee bit too much, closed the door a bit too much, and just couldn't hold the car, unfortunate. Daniel Worm still up in front, but Daniel Martin is saying no. He is hunting them down, closing that gap lap by lap, only 0.2 of a second between them now, and I would say by the end of this straight, if he doesn't go for it now, he never will. He's just stuck in behind the bumper. No, he's not. Not going to go for it there. I'm sure there'll be plenty more opportunities with another 10 minutes left of this feature race. And it can happen with Eric even behind too. Very close, only a second behind. Although Eric might have a bigger job holding Christopher Smith back. Christopher tight in the tail of Eric. So very little between these boys up in the front. Top 5 only 5 seconds, top 4 only a second and a half between them. Eric's definitely pushing the limits of the car and got another great exit of that corner. It just makes it very easy for Christopher Smith to push past, but I'm sure Eric will not give up that easy. Daniel Martin tight in the tail of Daniel Worm again. I'm sure Daniel Worm will be sweating a lot now. There's definitely a man who's used to being out in front and racing under pressure. He's always in it to win it. Peter Whitmore's had a wee bit of an incident on the grass, yeah. And Martin Shirley. Just a wee bit unfortunate. Yeah, these cars with running wing 5 can make them very unpredictable on the tail. Through the slow speed corners, great going down the big long straights, but there's always a compromise with the setup of these cars. Wing 5 and wing 10. Just takes that little bit extra caution to hold them on the slow speeds with wing 5. But yeah, sometimes then down big long straights like this here, wing 5 is great, but coming to the end of the straight, just not ideal. But Daniel Martin's just got the job, the better of Daniel Worm, but Daniel Worm is not giving in. Go for the switchback, but I'd say the two of them's going to go too wide into this corner. I can't see any of the two of them giving in that easy. Let's hope they can make it. Yeah, fair plays, boys. Good clean racing there. Who's can make it? Nothing between these. They're not gonna. No one's going to give in. Just leaves open door maybe for Christopher Smith there to stick his nose in. So little between these boys. Just one wee mistake, just or one wee slip. That's all it takes. But Daniel, I say, is going to repay the favour now to Daniel Martin on the next big straight. He has to be nose to tail with Daniel Martin at the moment. Daniel Wareham is going to go for it a bit earlier, but Martin knows rightly to keep the inside, protect his inside line. Could be the last of the late breakers, but can they make this corner stick? Yeah. Oh, Daniel Martin, I think, has had a wee bit of an incident, unfortunate. Just touched the curb on the outside. It was unfortunate when he was up there at the front. I think he had enough of a. Yeah, they had enough of the inside on the way. Wareham left him enough room. Just unfortunate that wee bit of curb kicked the tail of the car out. I'm sure he'll come back strong. He's landed up back up into 6th there at the moment, so Daniel Wareham will be quite happy now with a bit of breathing space. But Christopher Smith is still in there now with Eric Wallenberg close in behind. Eric's job will be to put Christopher under a bit of pressure. And I'm sure Eric's going to do it. He's tight in behind him here at the moment, so we'll whether he makes a move this lap or next, I'm sure it's going to come very soon. With only another 3.5 minutes left, 4.5 minutes of the feature race, it's really anyone's win up at the front here between Daniel, Christopher and Eric. I believe Jason has just give up a wee bit there. Technical issues. Daniel Martin hunting down Peter now. I'm sure he'll be trying to get back up them standings. Another 4 minutes to make another position. Good gap between him and Josh then, another 5 or 6 seconds in front. Terry Atkinson, Mr. Pepsi. Do you have to admit that's a lovely paint scheme or livery on the car? Trying to hunt down John Johnson, but John is cool, calm, collective himself and just keeps plotting away, hunting down them freebies, as he would say. There's Christopher Smith making moves on Daniel Wareham. Oh goodness. Side by side, bit of door banging, but all in the name of racing. As long as they can get around the corner clean or exit out of it clean enough, all fair game. But Daniel is not a man to bow down to a bit of pressure. Fair plays for Christopher for chancing his arm there. You have to be willing to make a move or take a chance. And I'm sure it's not the last you'll see of him trying to make a move on Daniel Wareham. Only 0.02 of a second between the two of them now, and another possibly 1 or 2 laps left. I say you're going to see another move. Yes, trying the same move again. But Daniel Wareham knows how to go side by side. He knows just how to leave enough room and still make the corner. This is some racing here, gentlemen. Let's see, we'll have another lap after this, all been well, or 2, and anything could change at the top. Rob hunting down Jack Mulholland now too, hoping to make Another position up. Some small incidents with curbs, but generally very good clean racing this evening so far, so just can't complain with that. So I'm trying to hunt down Scott now in front. And Eric in tight behind. I do believe I missed what happened with Christopher Smith. Daniel now catching some of the back markers. It's Sean in front, I think. No, it's his teammates. Which one that is? Would be Terry. I'm sure Terry, seeing Daniel hunting him down from behind, he's not gonna chance nothing. And that's the end now with Barney waving the checkered flag. Customary jump at the end. The last couple of boys across there now. That was some incredible racing up front now with Daniel Wareham, Daniel Martin, Christopher Smith. Also close at the top. You got to hand it to them boys, know how to race these cars side by side. Top 16 now, and we're just waiting for a couple of the rest of these boys to come over the finish line with JT just coming over 19th position. Terry Atkinson now is just a wee bit behind that again. Just about to come over the line too. Some brilliant racing near the night. That was thoroughly enjoyable to watch from my end, so it was. Some good close battles throughout the grid, and you can't complain with that now. So you can't. And have we results for that now? I think we're just waiting for the last couple to come over the line. That's your feature race winner there now, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Wareham in first, Eric Ronenberg second, and the Simtech boys doing a few donuts. Christopher Smith third, Josh Arnold fourth, Daniel Martin fifth, Peter Skeeter sixth, Jack Mulholland seventh, Rob Sunderland eighth, Lee Rylands in ninth, Peter Whitmore in 10th, Craig Corish in 11th, Sean Atkinson in 12th, Scott Brown in 13th, Adrian Hadfield 14th, Dan Foster in 15th with Neil Kennedy 16th, Martin Shirley 17th, and Rob Jackson in 18th. We have John Johnson behind that in 19th, Terry Atkinson in 20th, Jason Brooks 21st, Neil Jackson in 22nd, Jay Rooney 23rd, Scott McFall 24th, and Stuart Court in 25th. I don't think Stuart made it to that race at the end. He must have give up, unfortunately. But yeah, there was some great racing there this evening. I enjoyed that. We are one more round after this week. Next Sunday will be the final season, our final race of the season 8. Which I'm sure is going to be some epic racing again. After that, then there's a small break for a week or two, and they'll be starting their season 9. So get them entries in. It's going to be a great season 9, I'm sure. Couple of wee changes, I think, to the layout and all. I think next week is Watkins Glen International, so that should be good fun to watch and racing. Yeah, that was all good fun. I enjoyed that now, so I hope you were happy enough for the live stream. This is only my second time doing it, so all still a bit new to myself, but yeah, I enjoyed doing it too. Thanks Rob and John for talking me into it. Yeah, and who knows, maybe some other time. Just waiting to see if any of these boys are going to jump into the interview room to have a wee word at the end, but we've no takers now. They're all a bit camera shy and maybe don't like to talk live. But like myself now, I wouldn't be the best of speaking out in public, but I give it a go. So I think next then we will have touring cars on Wednesday night, so we do, and GT3s on Friday coming, and I think there might be open wheel Formula Light on Thursday, so we will. And I do believe we have Daniel Worm in the waiting room here now, so we'll just drag Daniel in. Daniel, how's things? Well, just hang on a sec here, Daniel. I think my audio just isn't working, so I just have to change this for some reason. Discord. Talk there now.
1, 2.
Yes, that's us now. We have you.
Hello.
This OBS stuff now is all new to me. The Discord waiting room, I have to set everything separately. So yeah, you done very well there in the second race. You got your another win in for the season. You're leading.
I certainly did.
You're leading pretty comfortably now. Another one race to go.
Can I afford not to turn up next week and actually still win the league, or I don't know.
I think you shouldn't be too far away at the moment, Daniel. Yeah, to be honest, you probably can take a break, but that wouldn't be great not to see you on track. It's good to see your side by sides.
I'm going to say it's not happening. I'm going to turn up.
Oh yeah, you have you're sitting on 467 points now with Jack Mulholland behind you 344. So yeah, I think you pretty much have it all wrapped up now. So I suppose it's just a fight now for second and third at the moment, and there's a close battle there between Lee Christopher and Jack Mulholland. So you.
I've got to say a big thanks to Eric in that last race. He did help me out a lot.
Oh, I kind of thought Eric was the teammate you never had.
He certainly is.
He put enough pressure on there to just to give you a bit of breathing space up front. But still, you didn't have it easy there. So you didn't?
No, when I seen Dan coming up behind me, I thought, this is going to get tough, this. Luckily, he made a mistake on that turn one, and it were a bit questionable at first. I thought, did I hit him or what? But I've had a look after the race, and yeah, he clipped the curb on the inside. Yeah,
I had a look myself because I knew you'd leave him enough room. You always do. That's one thing about your racing. You know how to leave enough room. I just watched it there. We did watch it in live there, and went back and just seen plenty of space, but just he took a wee bit too much to the curb and on spun, unfortunately. But yeah, there's a lot of incidents there now where I thought swapping positions down the pit straight, it's and then that whole side by side coming out and round through the S's and all, some really good racing there, so it was. But congratulations on the win, congratulations on the overall win too. I'm sure we can see that now. So it's good to see you on track. And
I'm dreading next week.
It'll be we'll walk in the park.
No way. It's full on draft. I mean, it's anybody's. It's 50-50, right?
Well, I think the night was pretty much the same. It was anybody's there. The two races that we watched, very close between the top 3 or 4 there, only for a couple of incidents. There was
I couldn't catch Josh in the first race, man.
he had a pretty dominant lead, 2.5 seconds there, and just whenever you're outside that draft, it's just
equally matched.
Yeah, you were so equal in pace. The only thing would have helped you would have been the slipstream, and you just couldn't get enough.
I couldn't get in it.
Yeah,
No.
but you didn't need the win. But it's good to see someone else win for a change. Last week the double win. Week before that you had a double win too. So you done very well this season. So it'll be good to see you on track. Then I hope you're signed up for season 9.
Not yet. Track lists haven't been discussed. I do hope they do change it to follow PCC. I really do hope they do.
Yeah, me and John was a few conversations. So him and his OCD kicks over and he tries to get as many people in. But yeah,
at the end of the day, it's going to help Tnaso out a lot with practice. So people are going to get a lot of pre-practice in PCC prior to the race of the weekend, and I just think it'll fetch a lot better racing. Not saying that it's not good racing as it is. I just think the slower lads will get a little bit of practice on tracks and that they're not familiar with, and get a little bit of forward heading on, like, I can do this here. No, this is a bit dodgy. Blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? It's going to get them that little bit of hindsight to what to expect in a race. Yeah,
it'll be nice to see a lot of the slower boys from behind getting closer to the boys in front, and see them can progress. As they learn the tracks and learn the cars. So, but yeah, it's good to hear you. We shall probably I'll see you next week. It might not be myself that's commentating, but if not, we'll see you in season 9 too. And congratulations again. Take care.
Thank you.
Good luck.
See you later. Doing a great job, mate.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Right. Kick me out.
And we have Adrian Hadfield in the booth now too. Adrian, how did you find that?
Very entertaining. Hard work as always.
Yeah, a lot of fast boys out there on track today, so there was. Some good racing there, some unfortunate mistakes by a couple of people, but seemed to be right good and right respectful racing. A lot of side-by-sides there too. It was good. Daniel Warren with another win again. This man's unstoppable.
Yeah, he's on a good run into.
Yeah, he's a double win last week and double win the week before. But you had a bit of a break there to yourself. You haven't been on the GRs for a while. You're back in just for the night for your first race in a while, aren't you?
Yes, I've missed 4 races, two weekends.
Yeah,
so, holiday in life.
Yeah, hard to get back into pace again after a couple of weeks off. I dread it myself. I've had a couple of months off from GR86s, but you never know. I might do season 9. But it's good to see you on track again this evening. Keep the numbers up. We had a good turnout there this evening, 25 people on track. So it's good to see you on track too. We got a wee lock in with you, and it was a very interesting race now. So it was. I don't know more to say except. It's a good evening, and hopefully it put a bit of a show on for all the watchers and for people to watch back later on.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come across quite good. There seems to be enough happening everywhere, to be honest with you.
Yeah, plenty of action the whole way through the park now. There was some good wee groups of men there fighting, and seems to be close racing. So it'll be you for Watkins, or next week? Are you be doing next week's race?
Yeah, for sure.
It will be interesting that now. Daniel, I think's worried about it, a bit of a drag fest or slipstream. So more opportunities for people from behind too. So well, it's good to speak to you, and hope to see you next week. And take care.
Yeah, cheers, Mark.
No problem. Take it easy. Bye. And we have Dan Foster. Dan, how's things?
Going well. How are you?
I cannot complain. That was a interesting race now. Very good to watch. A lot of.
I don't know what it was like from your point of view, but I had a few minor incidents, shall we say, and didn't really do myself proud. But it was still fun.
Yeah, there was a lot of close racing throughout the pack now. So there was, you had your usual wee groups at the front and pack in the middle, pack at the rear. But all in all, seemed to be pretty good, clean racing. Couple of wee minor mistakes by people just on the curbs and losing the tail of the car a wee bit, but seems to be pretty good all over. No, nothing spectacular. Big incidents or crashes.
I certainly wasn't involved in anything egregious, let's say. Hopefully other people think the same of me. I was involved in a couple of incidents, but that's what happens when you're hard racing, and it was good fun. I think there's like I say, a few mistakes, but that's expected when it's hard to pass. Is that final corner onto the straight. If you don't get a good run, you kind of got to wait till the next lap almost, or wait for somebody to make a mistake. There's not much you can really do.
Yes.
So there's a lot of optimistic turn ones, shall we say, and and that's all you can really do.
You really are trying to nail that exit out of the last corner on the curb and just skirting at the edge of the sand trap coming out of it for that good run to go down the straight and get the slipstream. And realistically, if you aren't on the boys' bumper going across the finish line, start line, you just get that sort of the last of the lake breakers going into turn one, and it's a slowy corner, and that curb on the right as well is very steep.
Yeah,
I've seen
off that, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of three wides and stuff down that straight as well. A lot of people trying to make the most of that particular straight, just because that's the real place. If you get a run, that's the main place you can overtake. The rest of the time, it's a lot more difficult.
Yeah, looking forward to Watkins Glen next week.
No, I don't. I like Watkins Glen as a track, but I think when there's other traffic on there, I'm slow there, so I think I won't do very well.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
I think it'll bring a lot more people into play. It's a lot of sort of a slip fest, so it should hopefully bring a lot of the slower people up tighter to the people in front. It's not going to be an easy track now to get any sort of a gap on others. It should make it interesting too. That'll be the last race of the season, so will we see you back for season 9 of the GR86?
There'll be a fair bit of carnage through that chicane. I think that's always the killer in the official races anyway. But I should be back for season 9. I think there shouldn't be any reason why not. It's good fun.
Good to see you on track. There was 25 on the night, so it was a good turnout. And we'll look forward to seeing you back on track next week. And enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much for joining me in the broadcast booth.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for doing it for us.
Cheers. Thank you very much, Nick.
Cheers.
I think that'll just about wrap it up here now, ladies and gentlemen. Watkins Glen next week, so fingers crossed we have a great turnout again, and it's the final race of season 8, so get in and get watching, and get them entries in for season 9. It's £5, and there will be live commentating as well, and a couple of wee prizes too. So I'm Mark Brown, and it's been an honour to stream this to you this evening, and thank you very much, and I shall see you on track. Take care now, and all the best. Actually, we have one last person to bring into the booth. John, we couldn't miss you. I had to come back from the live stream. We had to bring the man, the myth, the legend in. We couldn't miss the man of the moment. It's good to see you in the booth, John. And I want to thank you for putting this on now. Tnaso is moving places. I was just promoting your season 9 coming up shortly. How did you find the night on Road America? Or not Road America, on my goodness, I had a wee brain fart at some point. Don't know why Road America's come up in my feature race results for some reason, but how did you find the night?
Dead on, Mark. Obviously I was first in the amateur league, and I wanted to try and get as many points as I could.
Yes.
Obviously, Craig, he won the first race, and I thought maybe the second race I might have done a bit better, but it ended up I crashed on the second race, and that was the end of it. So the minute Craig is in the lead, of the amateurs. So.
Right.
But from what I've seen of it now, it was a real good race. I had a few battles with Rob Jackson and what have you, so it was
Yeah.
good. I enjoyed it now.
Yeah, it seemed to be good racing there the night. Just a few unfortunate mistakes there on some of the curbs now. Daniel Wareham, another win this evening, so he didn't have it all his own way. He was, I'm sure he was sweating a lot now, but it was good racing, good to watch, and yeah, it was interesting. So you'll be looking forward to Watkins Glen next week, will you, yourself?
Yes, I like Watkins Glen. It's a good track. I enjoy that track.
Yeah.
So that's the last of Series 8. We're currently setting up now for Series 9.
Yeah.
It's going to be broadcasted live by Swifty Entertainment.
Yeah, brilliant commentator.
Again, we've kept the cost down as low as possible. So for anybody who wants to race, it's only £5. But also looking to have a few prizes and what have you again for the drivers. But,
yeah.
It's doesn't cost you very much to race with us. We try and use free tracks, and yes, there is bought tracks also. But for £5, it's brilliant.
Yeah, you couldn't fault that now. Wouldn't even buy you a pint down the local, so it wouldn't. But
No.
And here it buys you a couple hours, good racing, bit of banter, and yeah, as you said, there'd be a couple of wee prizes at the end of it too. So there's always a bit of racing on at Tnaso. Like we have, the GT3 series going on, touring car series, and you're sort of in the process of an open wheel series as well. So there's plenty of selection. So there is plenty of selection of driving.
A few of them are setting up the new cars like the Super Formula Light. At the minute we're just in a few fun races, but yes, that'll be starting shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Also, so again, they're just setting all that up.
No, it all sounds good and interesting. So, yeah, good to have you in the booth, John. And we shall probably see you next week on track again, hopefully too. So, you'll be hoping for that AM win.
Yep, and so just like to thank you again for broadcasting it live, and also to Sean Clark, who's away on holidays, who's also done the post broadcast for us during the week. Both of us have been fantastic, and it's given all the lads something to watch back again, So again, thank you, and I know about the work and all you put in. Appreciate it.
No, that's great. Thank you very much, John, and thanks for giving me the opportunity to do it. Yeah, it was interesting and good fun. So yeah, take care, and we'll see you on track next week.
Okay, man. Thank you.
Take care. Good luck. Bye.
Bye.
And we have Scott Brown in the booth. Scott, how did you fare out tonight, or what did you think of that?
Not too bad. It was my first race with the league, so thoroughly enjoyed it. The first race was a bit not so good, and then I felt I made good progress in the second race.
Yeah, you haven't raced the GRs much yourself, have you? Or
no, I only started iRacing about 3 weeks ago. So
trial by fire.
Yeah, that was it. So in at the deep end, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, some good racing out there this evening. Some close battles and all. It seemed to be very good. The GRs now would be they wouldn't be the easiest car I've driven, but they are easy. But it's just so hard to get that last wee bit out of them, to perfect them. But with time and practice, like they're a very rewarding car. So yeah, you'll be looking forward to Watkins Glen next week.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I'll maybe put in a bit more practice this time. Maybe try a bit of setups and stuff. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like you said, really hard to get everything out of the car. It's quite fiddly when you're getting towards the limit. But yeah, it was good.
No, that's good. Good to see you on track this evening, and you'll be there next season or next week. Will you be sticking an entry in for season 9 or series 9?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm committed now.
Oh, that's good. There's always plenty of racing in Tnaso, so there is. It's good to see you. It's good to see new people come in too. There's a lot of new faces there that has been joining this last couple of weeks, and here they seem to all think the same thing too. There's plenty of good banter, good information, and a lot of people there to help you too. There's a lot of different leagues as well, so you'll always find something to racing that you like. So it's good to see you on track, and thanks for coming to the broadcasting booth and having a word with me, and all the best for next week.
No worries, Mark. Thank you. Take
No
care
problem.
now.
Cheers, take care now.
Cheers.
Yes, I think that wraps us up now with the interview room, and we shall cut the stream here now. Thank you very much for joining me, and we shall see you next week, all been well. So take care. All the best.